Welcome back to On to the Next podcast. I'm Revels.
Des.
I'm Devin Williams.
We got a special guest, Devin Williams. I've been around Devin about 10, 15 years, man, just being in the basketball space, Cincinnati, Ohio. I felt as if this is a safe space. Actually, episode 6, me and Des were talking about safe space for our men and our women, and I feel like this is a safe space, and I want everybody just to hear somebody else's story. And I feel like Devin here got a story to tell, just where he comes from and where he's going. So yeah, let's just talk. Let's just get straight into it, man. So tell him, Dev, what you up to, man?
At the moment, man, I'm back home. Just training, man, getting better. Okay. You know, mentally and physically, and you know, just working on balance. You know, and being more creative than ever.
Gotcha.
So other than that, man, you know, just you know.
So what's your weeks look like? How many days week you training and shit? Like how's that going?
I mean, at the moment, bro, you know, it's just a long season for athletes, just as well as me. You know, I'm like at it, especially when I'm always at it. I mean, I'm always at it. So for me right now, man, it's been twice a day. You know, I'm kind of getting older, so mentally I'm still like I can go 3 times a day, but the body, right? You know, it's like, you know, we gonna be efficient and do, you know, twice a day, 5
100%.
times, 6 times a week.
Right. And you playing overseas right now, right?
Yeah, I was in Turkey.
Okay.
I was in Turkey, and you know, honestly, I actually came home early, bro. So you know, I got bruised up. That's what I call it. I got bruised up, and I actually had like a calf strain. Okay. So you know, I'm just, you know, rehabbing, getting strong again. Gotcha. You know, and just getting ready to go to my next endeavors, my next journey.
Describe to me like what's the difference between the overseas ball and the America ball? Like, what's the difference? Like, how was the transition from when you first got over there to like where you over there right now?
I mean, you know, when you hear it, man, you know, you just more, you know, you familiar, you know. So like, you know, when you overseas, depending on the team that you're with. So the team I was with, they had a pretty good budget, so it was 6 Americans. Okay. You know, actual, you know, born and raised in America.
Right.
So it's not tough, you know, it's normal. You can be somewhere where there's only, you know, 2 or 3 Americans. Right. But for the most part, man, I think the difference from being here and going over there is just the resources. Okay. And, you know, maybe, you know, the style of living, gotcha. You know. And,
is a play style different?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely play style different, okay. You know.
Is it tougher? Like if you had to choose, which one is the toughest to play? Is it American ball? Is it overseas ball? Or is it just kind of like the same?
It's all the same, bro. It's like it's a mentality thing, as you know, bro. This shit is a mentality, bro, more than anything. But you get your, you know, everything as variables. Like, you know, you go overseas and you might not, you know, find that comfort food, or, you know, you just gotta, you know, deal with, you know, maybe driving on I don't know what side of the road we driving on right now, but
the left-hand side of the street.
Yeah, it just be like different variables, bro.
Yeah.
It just be different variables you gotta deal with that, you know, you just gotta stay focused through. Like, you know, coaches might not understand, like, you know, they don't really eat breakfast in the morning. They skip right to lunch. So it's like you can wake up in the morning and they got cucumbers and tomatoes and just, you know how to, like, as a basketball player, you wake up, it's like, I'm about to put this breakfast of champion breakfast together. Facts. And it's like, damn, I ain't got none of that, bro. Facts. So it's like, now you, like, either you're going to be like, damn, like, is it going to defeat you or are you going to find a way? Right. And I think it's more of that, like, being here in America, you find it's not hard to find what you need to be successful versus when you overseas, you just got to be resourceful and, you know, block out more variables. Not saying that it is a lot more temptations here than it is overseas, but just dealing with, you know, a different life change.
Right. So like outside of basketball, let me ask you this. How long you been overseas?
6 seasons. I think this would be my 6th season. 6th season leaving out, 7th season going in. So it's been,
So you've been away from your family for 6 years, basically.
bro, I've been away since shit. Bro, my brother had just passed from like gun violence.
Right.
And I just caught myself like slipping backwards. And, I was doing my thing, taking care of my business. So I did have actual people in my corner to help me, get out of my situation.
Okay.
And I never really thought about prep. I just knew that, I outgrew I was killing, bro. I was
sure.
the best in my
100%.
city, state, in my grade.
Yeah.
So I outgrew everything. So Lalamere, Indiana was the first team that contacted me.
Right.
And then that's when it dawned on me, like, dang, they pitched to me, like, you get a chance to play against all these players that you play against during the summer, to help your rankings,
Right.
things like that. So it's just like, and that was all in the time what was already going on. So it was just like, it makes sense. And I think I mentioned it to a few coaches. I had some good mentors in my corner, but I think I had mentioned it to one of the coaches, Devin Williams, at the time. He was at Withrow with me, and he made a couple calls.
But you knew you wanted to go prep 100%. Like
Yeah.
you knew your senior year you weren't going back to high school.
Yeah, facts, bro. I need to get out of here, bro. It was just I needed to get out of here. I needed to expand. I needed to open my mind and actually play against these guys.
Right.
So when I went down there, bro, that's something that still anchors me today. Like, when I got down there, you always on the outside, especially coming from Cincinnati. You from the outside looking in of all of these guys that's doing their thing. So when I actually got there, it was D'Angelo Russell was number one in his position. Dakari Johnson, number one in his position. Casey Hill, number one in his position. And, everybody else was, like, surrounding them. I was, like 98th. But when I got there, it just like solidified me that like, bro, like I can do this just as well, So it just helped me tremendously when I got down there, and I still use that, chip on my shoulder to just like, finding my lane, but knowing that I could still play at that same high level when that time comes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let's go to the West Virginia days. How was those days in playing for Bob Huggins?
It was tough, bro.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about Coach Huggins and talked to some former players that played for him. Like, did you feel like as if that was the best school for you and the best move, you think?
I want to say it was. Yeah, it was just because, it made me tough, bro. Like, as we are, like, we evolving and getting older.
Right.
You get adversity that's thrown at you, just being in life, and it taught me, like, you can't fold, like, pushing through an extra rep or doing extra treadmills don't got nothing to really do with basketball. It's like, if you really want what you want, you're going to have to do some extra reps. You're going to, have them days where it's just you don't feel like doing nothing and you still got to push through.
Right.
And Hugs was big on that. Like, Hugs actually is, top 3? I think he like top 3 most winningest coaches
I think that's
ever.
That's about right.
So, his approach, he wasn't really, I describe it as like he built it off the muscle.
Right.
Like if we see him in a room, you respect him and you know the work that he put in, but he's not in the limelight of being seen on TV.
Right.
But as far as going to West Virginia, bro, it was just it was tough for me, bro, because I always been like serious about, my profession, or I just want to change my environment. But when I got there, it was a lot of work, bro. It was a lot of work, and I actually got thrown in the fire. I was expected to play, but a lot of them, coaches didn't think I was going to play right away because they had, some guys transferring in and stuff like that.
Right.
But their grades actually got held, and I got thrown in the fire, bro, and I had to play my freshman year, so it was a lot of preparation. Bro, I was doing. I wanted to do whatever it took to get on the court, but they was pushing me, bro. So it was a great experience. It was what I needed, and it's molding me now to be able to create a longevity career. Mm-hmm. But in a sense, I wouldn't change anything, but knowing what I know now, I would go to a more, televised or a more showcase.
Gotcha, school. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because, that's what, that's just the system of how that go.
Right.
But for the most part, man, I enjoyed it, but for the most part, it was definitely tough.
Really?
Yeah, it was tough.
Did you ever see yourself, or was going overseas the priority, or was it the goal, basically, or did you have to go to hey, I'm going to the NBA? Things maybe didn't work out. Wait, no, you went to the NBA.
Well, I did training camp.
Okay.
I did training camp. That's a story too. So, I mean, it just I don't have a mentor to tell me which way to go.
Okay.
I have a dad. He's in my life. I like I said, my brother passed when I was a junior. Then my other brother been locked up since I was 9. And then my mom, she played basketball, but she, to this level of being able to say this the right way to go, I just been making decisions off of, what I thought was right.
Yeah.
So, growing up, bro, everybody's dream is to make it to the NBA. Mm-hmm. And, I've done everything, right, as far as just preparing and just, even showing up when it was time to be seen against these players on that platform. I would just say, finding the right people to negotiate deals for you. What's a relationship? It's more relationships than saying bro, you can't play in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. So the connections and basically building connections is what helped you get to it got you to the training camp, but ultimately you was able to go overseas and play.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. I just do I've been doing everything off the muscle. Just I got a drive and a passion. You're not gonna tell me I'm not good enough to be in that space.
Yeah.
So the whole thing with getting invited to training camp, bro, I was invited to a G League tryout. That was disrespectful, but it was a blessing.
Why was it disrespectful? Disrespectful to you and your game? Why the fuck am I here? I could do this shit in my sleep type shit.
Yeah, bro. I signed with I signed with an agency when I first came out, and I was told, I wouldn't say that he sold me dreams because I knew you still got to work towards what you want to do. Right. But it was if you work towards what you want to do, I'm going to make sure that I put you in this space.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, bro, it's a confident thing. It's not even an arrogant thing. I just always been why would you I'm better than that. I just knew I was better than that. It's nothing wrong with the G League, anything like that, because I developed. I had a lot of fun there as well. But I just knew, bro, the least I should have been getting was a training camp. But that's what I ended up getting. So the whole story was I went to a G League tryout, and, I tried out, and they liked me, and then they had us up really early before, the actual guys had came in, like Kyrie, Jalen, and all them. And, they getting their workout in. They just like, yo, y'all sit around, watch these dudes work, little stuff like that. And then they started playing basketball, and they probably got like 4 or 5 games in. And then, a couple guys just, faded out. They started asking like, who wanna play? And it was like, I do.
Yeah.
Just like being at the park or something.
Right, like I do. Yeah. So I got out there and I ended up matching up with, I think it was Aaron Baines or something like that. And, it is what it is now. Like, they didn't expect me to perform the way I did. So I'm just going about my daily routines, bro. Like, so I'm just leave it at that.
How do you pronounce this where you play? For the people who might not know how to pronounce it, because I don't. How do you pronounce where you play or the league that you're playing for?
Man, I've been in a few leagues, bro. Which one?
All right, so he sent me this. Well, I mean, just name them. I mean, just name the one that you played for.
I was in Australia. I went from Australia, then I went to like Montenegro. I was in Turkey for like 2 years. Puerto Rico, China, Korea.
What was your favorite place to be at?
I think Australia was. I say that to this date, just because it was it. I mean, they take professionalism very serious over there, but just the lifestyle, just how they carried themselves, and it was more of like live life, health and stuff like that. But it was a lot more easier, especially when I was coming out. I came out, that was my first spot out of school. But all of them got a special like spot for me. But I would say Australia.
Do you feel like you? I see you left your junior year.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you left too early?
No.
You was ready.
Yeah, I was ready, bro. I was ready.
Well, one more year would have helped you?
Yeah, one more year would have just, it would have helped me. Like, I mean, bro, like, it's more of just like a patient thing.
Right.
That would have helped me because it would have taught me more just to be patient, like just enjoy it.
Right.
Like, I was in a space where it was just like, I'm hooping, I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm ready to go.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm hooping, I'm doing what I'm hooping and I'm doing what I need to do. I'm ready to take care of my family. That's always been my motivation. Like, I want to take care of my mom and my brothers, just the whole 9, bro. So it wasn't much, other than winning a national championship, getting some more awards.
Right.
First team, some ballots. That would have solidified it like stat. But far as like my numbers, bro, like, my numbers matched up with everybody's.
15 and 8.
Yeah. It was great, bro. So, far as when I did with the agency I was with, it was like, bro, you don't need, like, what else you need, bro? Like, I just played Kansas in the championship.
Right.
It was like 32-15 or something, like 32-12 or something like that. The best team in the nation, and Big 12 at the time was the best conference in college basketball.
Still is. I mean,
yeah, still is.
Just won the national championship.
Right. So, like, I was doing everything that I needed to do. I think the most important part was, like, just enjoying it, bro. Like, I think, I wanted to give just the perks that I had when I was in college.
Right.
Like, I never abused my power, but it was like I had power to where it's like whatever I needed, I had. And was like, enjoy that, bro. Like, enjoy my fruits.
Right.
And that's the only thing that I say, like, moving forward. Like, enjoy it, bro. Have fun with where you're at and do your best to not be so at rush to get to that next space.
Right.
Because it's like, bro, like, I'm doing what I need to do. Like, relax, enjoy, have fun. You in college, you ain't got no bills, you ain't got no, like, we out here now, so it's like, everything, like, is on top of you. So, but no, I don't regret anything, bro.
So what's that transition like from college to overseas? What's the mental health transition like? How was your mental going through that whole transition?
Right. I was shocked, bro. I got shocked. Cause like I said, like, I was playing 35 to 40 minutes a game, 15 and 8. I was touching the ball a lot. And then I thought you don't realize how big the world is because of the world that you're in.
Right.
And I just thought like what I was doing was enough to solidify me as a professional.
Gotcha.
But it's like when I got to Australia, I still had the confidence and knew like, okay, at one point I was like, damn, I ain't get drafted. I wasn't getting them perks of like being called to training camp 10 days and nothing like that. So it was like, damn, that was weighing on me. But like it was my spirit. It was like, bro, shake it out. Like, what we gonna do now? Like,
Right.
like it's more than just the NBA. Like you got Australia, you got Spain, you got Turkey, you got Montenegro, you got Korea, you got China.
Right.
Like, bro, you can go somewhere and make, other than the ones that's really making that bread in the NBA, but you gonna make some real good money, bro, to take care of what you say you want to take care of. So when I first came out, it was tough, but I just bounced back and I prayed a lot, bro.
Okay.
Just prayed. And I think that's when Eric Thomas had just got like hot.
Yeah, I think so.
That was when he first got hot. So like,
You posted him a lot on your IG too.
yeah, yep. So when I first got there, I just had to find new tools, bro, like motivation, like waking up in the morning and listening to motivational tape and like becoming a professional, bro. Like you gotta get to the gym early. Like you gotta, ain't nobody waking you up. You gotta make sure you eating. Like you gotta make sure, whatever you need to do to get your edge to get ready to go out here and be a professional. But it was tough, bro. But I prayed and I still got that like drive in me to, ask the right questions. Like you got to ask the right questions. And when you ask the right questions, you end up getting the answer that you need to push you forward.
Right.
And that's what it's been. But it's tough. You just got to take what you learned from college. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Hugs was working the mess out of us, bro. We was doing 3 hours a day, bro. From the beginning of school to the end of school, like even after March Madness. Yeah. Like when we lost a couple weeks off and we back in there doing 3 hours again. Yo, man, you like, but when I became a professional, it's like, all right, y'all, we got an hour and a half and we done. And now everybody else like, damn, I'm tired. And I'm like, bro, what? Y'all tired?
You ready to get to it.
So I just like, I already had that drive, but he put more, like, built the motor up even more. So, you just got to know what you want, bruh. You got to know what you want. Yeah. And if that's what you want, man, you just got to, stay solid and be consistent and persistent at the same time.
If you wasn't hooping, what would you be doing? At 6'9".
6'9", bro. I'd probably be like a stripper or something. But nah. I'll fuck with you. Right now, I mean, I'm in that space of figuring out what I want to do. Obviously, it's gonna end up being like some entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
I see you love them the big houses and shit.
Yeah,
like you love them big ass houses.
Yeah.
So you make houses?
Nah, like he be posting houses on his Instagram.
Oh,
yeah, like house porn almost, like where it's just different styles of houses and how they build and stuff from different ranges.
You said, because you said something about. You went into Eric Thomas and how, he's motivating and things like that. And you said something that, sparked the question when you were talking about him saying no one is going to make sure you eat and different things like that.
Yeah.
Revels told me that you was big on health. So what I want to know is what are some things that you focus on when it comes to your health to make sure that obviously you're a hooper. You got to take care of your body.
Right.
But you got somebody like Chad Ocho who said he eat McDonald's every day, and he just work out and shit like that. So what's some of the things that you do to stay healthy? What's some of the foods that you eat to stay healthy? What are some of the, drinks you make? Do you not drink? Do you not smoke? Do you not do, all this other stuff? So just give me your ideal health regimen, that you partake in.
I'm big on like fruit. I love fruit. I've been indulging in more and more fruit. I love smoothies. That's something that's like really quick and easy to make for me. But just cleaner, bro. Like I wouldn't say that I haven't been eating meat or I don't have a drink or anything like that, but it's more of just unlearning and relearning, like doing less, bro. Like if you're doing 4 to 5, 6 to 7 days out of the week, let's try to do 3 out of the 7. You know, of something going towards the right way. But to answer your question, bro, I just love fruit. I do the juicing, so I just juice up some mangoes, bro. Like I juice up mangoes and I drink it. Or I've been getting bigger into like the beets. Because it's like, you know, it's actually good for your like endurance and just being able to output more energy. Like it's able to put out more energy, but also with less like energy. Like so you can do more, but it'll be less energy. But for me, bro, I just, you know, fruits and vegetables, bro. A lot more fruits and vegetables. Like you like tomatoes?
No.
Onions?
Not raw onions. I'll put some onions on like tacos or something.
Well, I mean, what do you like? What do you like, bro?
Bro, I eat everything, bro.
Like vegetables, like far as vegetables, like tomatoes, onions.
My palate is you know what I'm saying?
So it's just more of like, or I'm gonna take out the heavy stuff, like you know, and I'm gonna just substitute it for more light stuff, bro, like plants. Like, you know, I'm gonna eat a little bit more spinach, or I'm gonna eat a little bit more, you know, beans. I'm gonna eat a little bit more nuts, and you know, but just like stuff in that area. But it's a journey, bro. I'm working on it, but it's giving me a lot of like benefits mentally and just recovering and just being able to like, you know, outlast. I have to have an edge on my competition.
Right, for sure.
So that's I'm always asking the question like, bro, how I'm going not literally like competing because it's enough for everyone. But however, it's like I'm in a sport, bro. So we competing. So it's like I'm the 5-man. I'm versus another 5-man. Like how am I going to dog him?
Right.
So it's like what I gotta do. Like I'm in a meditation. You know, I do yoga. Yep. I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you don't think it affects you, but it
It does.
You know, I read a book. I think it's the compound effect, but it's like the horses. Like the difference from winning $1 million and $10 million is like 1/10 of a second. You know, it's like that much. Like I beat you by 2 seconds from you becoming first. Like I beat you by a second, bro. Like one step, like quicker.
Yeah.
So it's just like figuring out my edge, what works for my body. You know what I'm saying, and just like, you know, it's cool, bro, to enjoy ourselves and have fun. Like,
do you feel like you like right now, you feel like you in a good space, emotionally, physically, spiritually? Do you feel like you in a solid space for yourself?
yeah, facts. It be days. I ain't gonna lie, it be days, but I'm in a great space, bro. I'm in a great space. I'm clear on what I want to do, and I feel like I'm in a great space. I do.
So let's jump back to the transition part. So I know a lot of guys is overseas, and we know some of the same people. What was it like for like when you first got overseas? How was it like? You get in a car, you get meal plans. Like how was your first situation coming out when you was going overseas?
My first situation was Australia, bro. I was in Melbourne.
Okay.
I was 15 minutes away from the beach.
Okay.
I didn't drive because they had the hand on the wheel on the other side, and I was like, I ain't digging that right
Can
now.
you get a driver if you want it or something?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. I think Uber maybe was around, but yeah, it was taxis, and then I was actually staying with a guy. You know, when you go overseas, them guys don't even go to college; they go to a university that's connected to the professional team.
Right.
So I was actually staying with a guy who was from Australia, and he had a whip. So I just get up in the morning and go with him.
Right.
Excuse me. And anything I wanted to do, it was just like I'd catch a taxi, or where the space that I was in, everything was around me. So I was pretty cool. But I mean, everybody space be different, bro. Everybody go through different journeys. But I think I just been blessed because I always cared enough and I always put enough work into it. It's like, you know, I end up in a great space.
Okay.
But far like other than the spaces and like, you know, living situations, my living situation and cars and stuff like that, that was cool. But you know, like, you know, you jump around, you deal with different personalities and different characters of coaches. Mm-hmm. You know, you're dealing with organizations, and that's what you learn about the NBA too, bro. It don't have nothing to do with your talent. It's like, you know, like y'all got this podcast. Y'all have the control to bring who y'all want on the podcast.
Right.
And that's what it is. So it's like, I just, you know, as far as going overseas, you know, you may run into some coaches that just don't like you, bro. That's just what it's going to be.
You experienced that?
Hell yeah. Fact. I just got out of a situation like that.
Really?
Yeah. But it's good for you if you look at it the right way. It's just like, you know, you still be nice and you be professional, but for the most part, bro, you're focused on what you came there to do.
Right.
I was gonna ask, how does that affect playing time for you? Like, if a coach don't like you, he's not gonna play you, right?
Yeah, facts.
So, like, and then you said something about the NBA not being all about talent. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, well, the talent is what gets you there, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or is talent just half the battle? Like, is there other things that you need to learn outside of the talent before you get to that level? Is there something else that's more important to learn when you at that level?
Just more like a sense of yourself, bro. You gotta just have a sense of yourself and not, you know, if you don't, like, if you the kid that don't get picked, you can't be like,
You can't pout about it.
not pout, but like, oh, I'm not good, or
Oh, right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, why they don't want me? Like, now you creating all of these different scenarios in your head, and it ain't got nothing to do with that. That's who I wanted to play with. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's what it be. But it's be the relationships, bro. Like, you come to the park, you don't know me because you from Chicago, right? But he know me. You be like, bro, he good. Like, grab him. Mm-hmm. And you gonna be like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And, you know, in an instance, like, you know, you got billions of dollars, and that's the same, like, sense. Like, bro, he really good. Get him on the team.
Yeah.
And it's like, he been working his butt off, though. Like, he going hard. He doing everything right.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't about what you know or how good you is. It's about who you know.
Like, that's what it come down to, too. Okay. And then it's like, some of it is like, just be patient, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to go overseas and experience, definitely coming from Cincinnati, Ohio, and, you know, seeing what I seen, being, you know, still, you know, around it, you know, here and there, spot in. It's like, bro, you blessed. Like, I'm still, like, you know, minority as far as, like, being able to do something at the level that I'm doing it at. And then at the other, you know, other end, it's just like, bro, when the time comes, it's going to be ready. And it's more of just, like, being patient. It's like, if you so, like, erratic and just so, like, whacked in the mind, or just ain't doing what you need to do as a professional, when the time actually do come around, you end up not being ready for it.
Right. Let's jump into this. So I read something, and I was watching something about why you wear the glasses.
Yeah.
And the goggles on the court. A lot of people just wear them just to look good. I know, like, when I was a freshman at Princeton, I wore them just to, you know, kind of look good because ain't nobody else have them. Mm-hmm. But you have a real reason why you wear them.
Yeah, I do now, bro. I'm like half blind right now. I got one contact in, dog. I'm blind.
Like,
I'm blind.
How long has that been?
It's like, how long you been blind? Like, nah, bro. What I do? I don't know how it came about. They tried to give me some glasses, and I was like, bro, I'm not wearing those. Like, I can't wear those. And then he gave me another alternative. I was like, and it was a brand that I was wearing at the time that they no longer make. And I was like, y'all want to wear those? And then that's just more behind it. And then, you know, it just became a thing because I actually was handling my business. So, but other than that, it was just I was blind. So.
And you still wear the goggles when you play to this day?
Nah, I should be. It's definitely a checkmate if I was. But, you know, I think that was, for me, it was just a phase. I was in college. Well, I did it in high school too.
Yeah.
But it was just a phase, bro. That's why I needed. Where I wasn't ready. Like, it was hard for me to put contacts. It was hard for me to put contacts in my eyes at the time. Mm-hmm. So I had to wear goggles. And then it was like, when you wear goggles, people think you sweet. And it was like a psychological thing for me too, because
like you can't play or some shit like that?
Yeah, like you get on court, they're like, bro, you goofy. Like, and it was the opposite. So
yeah, it was the opposite.
Facts.
So I had an issue growing up when it came to glasses and stuff like that. My mentor, I think he like asked my mother and my grandmother, or no, I was struggling with reading.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my mother, my grandmother, nobody thought to get me glasses.
Yeah.
And it took my mentor to be like, have y'all ever looked into getting this nigga glasses? The reason why this nigga struggling with reading, because he can't see shit.
Right. That was it.
You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, like, because I remember he told me, he was like, my cousin, my mentor is, like my cousin. He's like a father figure in my life. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, And he said, like, he told me the story, and I don't really remember it, but he told me the story where he was like, I had you come to the crib and read a book for me.
Yeah.
And he said you could not get past the first fucking page or some shit like that. And he said that he went back to my mother and my grandmother and was like, have y'all looked into getting this little nigga glasses? And they was like, we ain't never thought about that shit. We just chalked it up to, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He was like, get the nigga some glasses. And he said, like, a couple weeks later, something like that, I came through and I did the same thing. And he was like, I was reading better than I was. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, but you said something about not being able to put your contacts in. Is that having an issue with touching your eye? Because I know some people have that little issue where they can't touch their eye or something like that.
It was just weird, bro. I had already been not playing with glasses or anything. Yeah. So after a while, I don't remember who, but it was my Uncle Wendell, Wendell Ellis. You know Ellis.
Yeah.
So Uncle Wendell, he just knew. He was like, bro, like, you keep shooting to the left. It was something I just kept doing, like, and he was like, bro, like, something's off. Like how you was saying, like, something off. Like, bro, you keep shooting to the left or the right or something. And he was like, I think you need glasses. And he actually took me to get my, and I needed glasses. And then that's where I had, like, just, and then at one point, I would just stick in the, to hold the glasses inside. Yeah. And then, it get too rough down there, bro. So,
especially playing a five.
Right, fact. So that's how I started. Uncle Wendell, Uncle Wendell. Wendell Ellis, by the way. But yeah, he told me, he was like, bro, why you keep shooting to the left? Like, I'm like, bro, I'm hooping. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just missed the free throw. He like, no, you just keep,
you couldn't see that.
See a double, right?
Yeah.
So, you see it too.
Yeah, I had the glasses at first, and I was playing in glasses. I broke a couple glasses. Then I had to just go ahead and get the goggles, and I went to the goggles, and that was like my whole maybe sophomore high school all the way through college, and it had became a thing where I can't remember his last name. That's kind of messed up, but it was a young boy that was actually dealing with some like health issues and things like that. Mm-hmm. And they brought like Make-A-Wish Foundation up there in West Virginia, and he just like we just clicked, and then he was like, "That's the goggle guy." That's the only thing he called me like every time he said like, "What's up, goggle guy?" And then it just spread it and became a thing. But yeah,
definitely.
I want to highlight some awards of this man. So, Montenegrin League champion.
Yeah.
2019. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, hit the applause for that one.
Montenegrin Cup winner 2019. Yeah. What's the difference between Cup and champion? Or is it the same thing?
I think it's the same.
Same. Okay.
I think it's the same.
BSL rebounding leader.
Yeah.
And second team All Big 12. That was when he was in West Virginia, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to highlight those real quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I'm like, I'm just saying, bro, you got to be happy with what you doing, bro, because this shit do be hard. Like, you don't think you be doing as far as what you be doing, bro, but we doing great. Like we really doing great I'm like, other than this year, because COVID been like kicking everybody butt as far as like whatever. But like, I'm like, 6 seasons, 7 seasons in, I'm like a 5-time All-Star too. And I'm also a couple other leagues. Turkey, I believe I was rebounding champion in Euro Cup in Turkey, and 5-time, All-Star, a few different things. And we were winning too, bro, playing real team ball, not like being selfish and just, not just like I need to meet my goals and forget about everything else. It was like I was able to do and gonna continue to do by meeting my goals and still thinking about team. So, yeah, bro, I'm definitely like getting better. Got a lot more work I need to do, but I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
Definitely.
What was the transition like through the pandemic and playing overseas? Like, were y'all still playing, or were you still over there? Were you back home? Or?
Nah, bro, we was the last.
Where was you at the time?
I was in Turkey. I was at Tofaz. I actually was at Tofaz. We had just beat, like, I said to this day, but other than that, like, I believe we was gonna win a championship, bro. Like, I was I was clicking on every cylinder. Everything was rolling. I just had figured out that, like, switching my diet was the next step for me too. And I had completely switched my diet.
Right.
Like, and I wouldn't say, I switched my diet, bro. I just started adding more fruits and vegetables and thinking about eating cleaner and stuff like that, and it like tremendously helped. But as far as the pandemic, we was the last league to stop, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like they try to fine me for that too, bro. Like they petty out here, dog. Like, especially when they paying you like some good amount of money.
Right.
Like they want you to perform through the pandemic, like. And I had my mom actually with me, so that was a reason. Like
She was over there with you?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
So. Like all these,
Wait, they fined you because you didn't want to play?
Bro, we were the last league in the world
Oh, to stop
stop playing.
Wow.
The last league in the world, bro.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But yeah, bro, we was the last league in the world, bro. And like we were actually playing one of the better teams in the league. And it was like an important game to them, bro. They feel like every game is important, like give it your all, which I do too, but at that moment, it was like, bro, it's time to shut down, bro. It wasn't like 3 leagues shut down or 4. It was every league. We was the last league in the world. So far as like pandemic though, like that's what, I mean, I'm sure that everybody learned lessons, but that's where I had learned my lessons. Like, I had everything clicking the way that I, set out my goals. I had just reached all the goals that I wanted to reach. Mm-hmm. I had great like habit, routines, just mental space as well. But, like I said, mentor, bro, like having mentors and people like just understand, somebody that's been there or just understand the process of never stopping. Right. I kind of got comfortable. Like I did. It was like, I completed my goals. Now I can rest. And it was like, nah, that messed me up. Like once I like relaxed and I stopped, like that was the end. Like the world's still going, nigga. Like stay in your like your routine and habits. So it was like I just had to, I just had to learn, get sharper and wiser through it. But it was hard, bro. It was, what the pandemic was, bro. It was, had everybody like running around with their head cut off a little bit.
You still trying to get a shot at the NBA or G League?
No G League, bro. Unless they're gonna give me
Disrespected, man.
Yeah. And I mean the G, there's nothing wrong with the G League. You got a lot of great players coming through the G League, doing the G League and still like you got players that's doing that, but like yeah, bro. I just like it's like how I explain it in my mind, how I see it in my mind, it's like, if I continue to just like you gonna give me an opportunity, bro. You gonna give me when you get somebody that's like thirsty.
Yeah.
Like you like, bro, like back up.
Facts.
Like when you trying so hard to go at something, it goes away from you.
Right.
Basically. So, hell yeah, bro. I mean, I believe I deserve a bag.
Did you take a pay cut?
No, I'm not taking no pay cut. They're gonna give me more because they got it. I ain't gotta take no pay cut. What I would say is, bro, to answer that question, I'm one relationship away of me being on the right NBA team for me.
Okay.
So other than that, like I said, like continue to enjoy what I'm doing, not be too serious, but stay focused. But just wait it out, and when the time comes, and if it do, if it don't, it's like I'm still one of them.
Right.
Like we all creating our own lanes, bro, and just like when it's time for the people to meet up, and when we got to meet up, it's gonna be like, oh, So, but to answer your question, yes, like.
You been watching the playoffs lately?
I be like rewatching it, bro. I watch it like on my own time, like in my own space. Cause
who you got winning the finals?
I think the Celtics will.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think they got enough?
Y'all tweaking.
He said he got Warriors in 5.
You think the Celtics gonna win?
Yeah.
Hell no, bro.
But,
I'm just a fan. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
this is
bro.
a professional player right here. So,
I mean, it's up in the air.
nah, I'm gonna ask you this: did you watch the whole game?
I didn't even watch the game yet, but I already had put I didn't bet against anybody either, but I already put my bid on. Like, it matches up well, bro. Like where I know Steph Curry is the GOAT.
It's Stephen Curry.
Yes. But Jason Tatum is one of his own too.
Yeah.
Like he can match what Curry is dishing out right now.
Yeah.
So I believe,
You think they have enough? So you saying
Yeah.
you think the Celtics have enough to
yes.
win the
It's only a 7-8 man rotation.
Right.
Yeah, they got enough. You got Al Horford at the 5. If Williams just continue to just keep his body, as healthy as he can, the young boy they just drafted from Texas A&M.
Williams is the big man. Yeah.
If he continue to just, keep his, his body and stay in the moment, he's better than Looney. Like, I wouldn't say he's better. I wouldn't say he's better. He's more active, bro. Looney's not out there blocking shots.
Rebound, yeah, I got you.
He may grab a couple rebounds, but like he don't have the same dog as Williams. Like Draymond is a great player as well. He does a great thing with passing the ball, distributing. He played great defense, things like that. But Al Horford does the same thing he does and still shoot the ball better.
Yeah,
That's a
and
fact.
he could post up.
that's a fact.
Clay, GOAT. That's what I'm saying. You never know. It's like between Jaylen Brown and Clay, it's like you never know.
Right.
Like Clay can probably explode for 50, and Jaylen Brown can do the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, finish.
Nah, I was gonna say, bro, it's even. It's even. Like, but I'm going for the Celtics. I mean, because that was my training camp, dog. And my favorite player is Kevin Garnett too. So I've always been like a Celtics, around that field for me.
Wasn't you there with Kyrie? He was there at the time.
Yeah.
How was it being around Kyrie and stuff like that?
It was dope, bro. He helped me. I asked the right questions, and he gave me some guidance on where I need to look. And it's like I'm here now because of some of the things that he implemented in my mind.
Right.
Because I said the same thing, bro. We think because these guys superstars, or when you look at these guys, it's like, bro, what are they doing differently? They are doing something different, but they are us, bro. So it was just I'm sitting there watching them. Because I'm just there, bro. This the time I get to training camp, and I'm not expecting them, but I get there and I'm just watching the superstar. Like I always said, when I get in that space, I'm watching them dudes, what they do. Mm-hmm. And I'm just observing. I'm like, bro, you can't learn that, dog. Right. And I asked him, man, he gave me a couple books to read and a couple things that I could add to what I'm already doing. Right. And it's just it transcended me. But he really, really down to earth, and he's really in the moment. He doesn't allow all the stuff that they give him to make him feel inferior over others to shadow him from what's real. So when I actually sat down with him, he was like, yo, what I'm saying? Add this, add that. And then it's when you in the business, bro, it's a food chain. It just really is. They say that, I only been in a few places, but every place that I go to, bro, if you the 12th man on the bench, bro, they would try to treat you like the 12th man on the bench. You know, and it was like, he showed me, bro, like, cause I'm just there and like I'm trying, you know, I'm doing all this, like, and they like, man, like, we know you ain't here, like, you know what I'm saying? And he showed me, like, bro, these niggas ain't like, you know, one of those, and it was like, for real, like, but he was like, bro, he a real one, bro. He a real one. You know, he serve and he give back.
Let's kind of wrap it up. What's some advice?
Hold on, I got maybe two more questions. One, the motivation for you. What does it come from? What drives you? What makes you get up in the morning and be like, another day, I'm about to get at this shit? Like, what's your driving, you know, what force or, you know, what's your driving force?
Why?
My reason is because, you know, like I said, I got family. That's my like one of my number one priorities. Like, I got a nephew that looks up to me. You know, my mom. I want to, like, you know, shower her, give her nice things, and put her in a good space. You know, I got a brother, you know, as well, that, you know, I just want to patch up things and just help them. But I think one of the spaces, like I said, I go back to when I went to Mount Verde, it's like, it's possible, bro. It's like, bro, we could have and do and be whatever we want to do, so why not strive to get what you want, be, and do? So I just, like, I guess I'm just more driven to just becoming my best, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be my best, be in my best space. I want to drive nice whips, bro. I want to live in big houses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want, like, you know, I want to be able to, like, yo, you know, I want to be like, yo, hop on the jet, we going to Cabo. You know, like, whatever it may be. Like, we are here and put on this earth, bro, to be creative and do whatever you want to do. So I think that's just something that's been, like, implemented in me from God, the Spirit, whatever you want to say, to strive to be, like, to be that, like, and be an inspiration to other people. So I think my number one thing is my family, bro, like, my family. And then my number two is, like, I guess, but just to, like, bro, I can walk, like, I can do, like, you know what I'm saying? I can do it. So
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. So that's one of my reasons too.
Nah, man, that's it, man. I appreciate you.
I got one
to sit
more.
down with us.
To wrap it up, what's your advice to the young boys coming up? All the high school, college kids. What's your advice for them? If they playing basketball and they want to get to professional as far as NBA or as far as overseas, like, what type of advice could you give them?
Bro, just do your best to focus, bro. Just do your best to focus. There's a lot of distractions out here, and I know, you know, you may partake in them or you don't partake in them, but just keep your mind focused on what you want to do, bro. If you can't get in the gym, go outside, shoot the ball, bro. If you ain't got no basketball, go run laps.
Do something, basically.
Like, you gotta do something working towards your goal. Like, just keep going, bro. Like, just keep going. And, like, even when it just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. You just have to, like, just keep going, bro. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. If you love basketball, whatever it is, bro, it don't have to be basketball. Like, there's a talented dude right here. There's a talented dude right here. They're doing a lot of creative things. It's not just about basketball, bro. You can be great in whatever field you want to be in, but just go at it, bro. You gotta, you know, do your best to be laser sharp focused, bro, on what you want. Like, and you gotta turn this, like, and keep it out the best way you can, bro, and just stay focused. I always been focused, bro. I always been focused. So
One quote I always like to memorize, or I like to basically tell myself, because you said, you know what I'm saying, you can have a focus or focus on something. It don't necessarily have to be basketball.
Yeah.
If you play basketball and it didn't work out, you can invest your time in something else. But the quote that I wanted to say was, you're not too old to set new goals and dream new dreams. happens. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? If something don't work out, dream another dream, and then you just try that shit until, you know what I'm saying, something
Yeah,
works.
it break. And I got a quote too. My quote is sweat and peace, bleed less in war.
Sweat and peace, bleed less in war. Tell the audience where they can find you at social media wise.
All your socials. All your socials.
Well, I only got one social. I only have one social at the moment. You can find me at God's Body. I believe it's at _GODS body BODY.
It's gonna be down there in the little.
All right, better help me out.
It's gonna be
God's Body, bro. God's Body. Follow me at
Dev,
God's
man,
Body.
I really appreciate you coming, man, and tapping in with me. I really appreciate that, bro.
Facts. I had fun, bro. Thank you.
Like, subscribe,
On to the next podcast.
comment, turn on post notifications. On to the next podcast. Thank you, Devin, for coming. We appreciate
Hit
it.
the what's the name of this?
My drop real quick.
Bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Let me go to